Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leanna if you're new, and today I am coming at you with yet another nail video because my other two have gotten good responses from you guys, and I've gotten some requests to do more. So here is another one. This is going to be a little something more than just a tutorial. It's also going to be a chill chit-chat life update because I kind of felt like making one. There's a lot going on in the world right now and also in my life, and I guess I just wanted to share while simultaneously giving you some satisfaction of looking at my nail process. If you haven't seen my other two nail videos, they will be linked down below. First, I'm just wiping the sunscreen off my nails so that the gel doesn't slip off. I have in this yogurt cup some 70% rubbing alcohol. And yes, I did realize too late that I didn't use base coat before putting on the polygel, which subsequently caused 4 nails to fall right off after I finished this video. But hey, that's why I have nail glue. So per usual, I am going to squeeze out some polygel from the tube directly onto the dual forms, which I have already made sure fits my nails, and use the brush to smooth out the gel and then kind of bang it on the table to get any excess alcohol out, because I don't want that to be trapped between the fake nail and my real nail. Then I just cure it and repeat for the other 9 fingernails. So I want to begin by saying I don't mean to be insensitive to people who are way more affected than me by the coronavirus pandemic, like the people for whom this whole thing is a matter of life and death, and those who have lost their jobs and might not even be able to pay rent soon. I know all the regulations that have been put into place are literally to prevent people from dying, so I don't want to seem like I'm complaining. I'm well aware that everybody has been affected in some way or another, and I'm lucky enough to not be in a situation where I think it'll be detrimental if I get the virus. But I still wanted to talk a little bit about how this whole thing is affecting me specifically and how I'm doing in self-quarantine and this whole social distancing thing. So as you may or may not already know, I am a fourth year engineering student this year, and we recently just got told that spring quarter is going to be online, which means there's no in-person classes, which means I do not have to go to campus at all in my very last quarter. So the thing is, in my spring quarter, I am enrolled in a senior design class, and this is a very hands-on class. We have to build an actual machine, and we have to, like, we basically have to show up and just work together as a team. And obviously, we can't do that now. And at first, when the whole online thing was still like in the works, I guess the administration was still trying to figure things out. We thought that we would still be able to go on campus to work on this project. And I'm like, you know what? Like, it's fine, like what needs to be done needs to be done. There probably won't even be other people on campus anyway. But then the school was like, there are no exceptions. So basically, we can't be on campus and work on this project. And currently, the professors for that class are still trying to figure out logistics and how to kind of redefine the class so that we can take it completely online. And there were certain rumors that the class would be moved to the summer. I hate school, and I really, really can't even fathom being a student any longer than I had to be. But thankfully, there hasn't really been any mention of it besides the rumors, but I was just like really upset by that possibility. It just kind of emphasized how much I hate school and how much I don't want to do this as my career. And yeah, so that was upsetting. And yeah, now that spring quarter classes are online, I can't see my friends in my last quarter, in my last year, and everyone is going places after school is over. So I just didn't know that my time with them was going to be cut so short. And I didn't know that last quarter was going to be the last quarter where everything was normal, And they closed the gyms too, and just like gyms everywhere are closed now because California is like under lockdown. So all non-essential businesses are closed, like the gym, restaurants. Fitness is such a huge part of my life, and that's just been stripped away. The gym's closing is single-handedly the thing I'm most upset about. Maybe a close second to the thing I'm most upset about, graduation might get canceled. Some other schools have already canceled their graduation, so I feel like for my school, it is going to be inevitable at some point. Things might not go back to normal like before June, which, there's nothing that can really be done about it. Like for UCLA, there's going to be an online graduation. There is currently a petition to just delay it instead of cancel it. And yeah, I feel like an online graduation would be so anticlimactic and disappointing, considering how much, sweat and tears and blood went into these past 4 years for them. And like for me as well, like I do not think that an online graduation would be very satisfying, or it just would be very, very disappointing and anticlimactic. So yeah, that would be really bad. But there is currently not any news yet. Honestly, though, my heart goes out to high school seniors who now don't even get a prom or a graduation. Like, prom was such a big deal to me, and graduation from high school was such a great defining moment. Um, so I can only imagine like what high school seniors are going through right now. Yeah, like for me, only graduation is on the line, and I can always register to walk next year if I really, really wanted to, I feel like. But yeah, no, like high school seniors, like they only get that one chance to go to prom and to have a graduation from high school. This isn't me, but people have been kicked out of their apartments if they're living on campus. Like my sister was forced to move out of her apartment just out of nowhere, and thankfully she had a place to go. But there are some schools like Harvard who are just kicking their students out without even caring about if they have somewhere to go or not, and that's just so not right. It does not sit well with me. Like they really could have just made sure that people were socially distancing themselves instead of like just straight up kicking people out. That's just not right, I feel like. There's definitely better ways to handle that situation. There was a personal project that I was working on that I intend on continuing after this whole thing is over, so I can't tell you what it is yet, but I just really feel like a huge wrench has been thrown in the middle of that, and I really wanted to do it before I graduated because I don't think I can afford to take a lot of financial risks, which this is, especially after I'm not in school anymore. So that's just gonna have to wait. From the beginning, I was more afraid of the regulations that would be put in place and the reactions of people more so than contracting the actual virus. And I do realize that I'm saying this from such a place of privilege, like I don't have to worry about it if I get the virus. Um, but yeah, no, I was just like really afraid of how people would react from the beginning. And I'm especially afraid of people who have been attacking Asian Americans out there, especially because I'm Chinese American. But I live in a relatively safe area, and I'm lucky that nothing has happened to me yet, but I'm afraid it's just a matter of time. Like, there are so many hate crimes going on right now, guys. Like, I'm really scared of it happening to me or someone I know. Um, yeah, and then you got like President Donald Trump calling it the Chinese virus. Like, oh my God, that was so irresponsible. Like, sometimes I'm like, maybe some people are like being too hard on him, but then he like tweets shit like that, and then I'm like, never mind. Like, I just really don't understand how this man got elected. Like, I think there's this meme where it was like, yeah, the class of 2020 did not stand a chance, started with President Trump's election, and then ends with coronavirus. Like, what the fuck is happening? And I feel like the panic buying has died down a little bit, but it's really freaking me out, and I'm worried about not even being able to get like toilet paper or paper towels when I need them. Thankfully, I still have some at home, but oh my goodness, like people need to calm down a little bit, please. I was also worried about like a full 100% quarantine, like you can't even go outside for air, and I would have to eat like ketchup for dinner. But recently, the governor extended the whole San Francisco shelter in place thing to the entirety of California. So, I mean, I don't think that they're going to lock us down more than this, but fingers crossed. At least we can still get food. We can still like go outside for a walk. So yeah, I'm grateful that this seems to be the extent of it. Hopefully it really doesn't get worse. I'm already a homebody, so I stay inside anyway, but now that I can't go outside, it sucks. And I really don't know when the next time I'm going to be able to go to a restaurant or go shopping. I just feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel right now. Like, we have no idea when all of this is going to blow over. And this is just really stressful for me personally because I was really stressed about figuring out my life after graduation already. But now I also have to consider how all of it is now affected by this virus. I've just been staying at home. Thankfully, I have enough food to eat. I miss my friends, but I have been trying to video chat with some of them. By the time you see this video, I would have already had my spring break and will be starting my first week of classes on Zoom. And online class sucks. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. Hopefully things went as planned and I made a gazillion YouTube videos and I have a bunch lined up for you guys. Also, ever since people have been staying inside more, my bleaching my hair video has gotten way more views than normal, so I guess everyone is doing shit to their hair at this point. But yeah, I mean, despite all of this, I am trying to be optimistic still. Like, there are so many things that haven't been canceled, like Netflix, going on walks. I can still video chat my friends. I can take this time to really focus on my YouTube channel. Like, there are so many things that are still good that we still have. We'll get through this. So yeah, let me know how you have been affected and how you've been doing in self-quarantine down in the comments, and I am going to get back to the nails. So I'm going to file them down into a square shape, which I've never tried before. I really like the coffin-shaped nails. I think it looks cool and elegant. I guess I just never really tried it, but I'm glad I did today. There were bubbles in this nail, so I'm going to try to get rid of them. I'm taking my drill and now I basically broke it, so I'm gonna take more gel and fill that in, and problem solved. This gel is opaque enough and I wanted to keep it sleek and simple, so I just slapped on a top coat and called it a day. This is how they turned out. I really like them. Let me know what you think. And that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you next week. Bye!